Fam over.
Fam, what's good? What's good? It's your boy Thou, FamOverTV. I appreciate everybody tapping into the channel, showing love, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, stopping by. Whatever you're doing, I appreciate it. These videos are for entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is always advised. We got some good content today. You know what I'm saying? I'm on that pre-recorded swag today. Pre-recorded sauce. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to explore all my options with this content creation thing. You feel me? But salute to everybody out there. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. It's still a lot going on. This is Tuesday. Hope everybody feeling good. November the 20th. You know what I'm saying? Thanksgiving right around the corner. Thanks Massacre. Whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? The day that the Indians was tricked, slaughtered, then they celebrated the slaughter of the Indians. But I don't know. I don't want to get into all that, man. Let's go ahead and get it going. Salute to everybody out there. Let's go.
Mr. President, is it appropriate, Mr. President, for your family to be doing business in Saudi Arabia while you're president? Is that a conflict of interest? And Your Royal Highness, the U.S. intelligence concluded that you orchestrated the brutal murder of a journalist. 9/11 families are furious that you are here in the Oval Office. Why should Americans trust you? And the same to you, Mr. President.
Now, who are you with?
I'm with ABC News, sir.
You're with who?
ABC News, sir.
Fake news. ABC fake news. One of the worst in the business. But I'll answer your question. I have nothing to do with the family business. I have left, and when I've devoted 100% of my energy. What my family does is fine. They do business all over. They've done very little with Saudi Arabia, actually. I'm sure they could do a lot. And anything they've done has been very good. That's what we've done. We've built a tremendous business for a long time. I've been very successful. I decided to leave that success behind and make America very successful. And I've made America more successful by far than it ever was, and that it ever could have been, no matter who was president. There would be nobody bringing in $21 trillion, that I can tell you right now. As far as this gentleman is concerned, he's done a phenomenal job. You're mentioning somebody that was extremely controversial. A lot of people didn't like that gentleman that you're talking about. Whether you like him or didn't like him, things happen. But he knew nothing about it, and we can leave it at that. You don't have to embarrass our guest by asking a question like that.
Just you ask, Mr. President, you allow me to answer. You know, I feel painful about, families of 9/11 in America, but, we have to focus on reality. Reality based on CIA documents and based on a lot of documents that Osama bin Laden, he used Saudi people in that event for one main purpose, is to destroy this relation, to destroy the American-Saudi relation. That's the purpose of 9/11. So whoever buying that means they are helping Osama bin Laden's purpose of destroying this relation. He knows that strong relation between America and Saudi Arabia, it's bad for extremism, it's bad for terrorism. And we have to approve him wrong and to build our relation, continue developing our relation. It's critical in the safety of the world. It's critical against extremism and terrorism. About the journalists, it's really painful to hear, anyone that been losing his life for no real purpose or nothing illegal way, and it's been painful for us in Saudi Arabia. We've did all the right steps of investigation, etc. in Saudi Arabia, and we've improved our system to be sure that nothing happened like that, and it's painful and it's a huge mistake, and we are doing our best that this doesn't happen again.
I have nothing to do.
Man, Trizzy crazy, man. Hey, but one thing I can say, man, Trizzy be about his business, y'all. Trizzy be about that business. Now the Saudi crown, the crown, the guy, the top dog over there investing $1 trillion into America. I mean, is that a bad or a good thing? Regardless of what happened in the past and who he have ties with and what everybody want to say or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Trizzy been getting deals done and everything, and Trizzy crazy. He said, who you with? Who you with? ABC? Oh, yeah, fake news. But I'm going to ask you a question, man. I'm like, man, Trizzy crazy, man.
do with Jeffrey Epstein. I threw him out of my club many years ago because I thought he was a sick pervert. But I guess I turned out to be right. But you know who does have? Bill Clinton, Larry Summers, who ran Harvard, was with him every single night, every single weekend. They lived together. They went to his island many times. I never did. Andrew Weissman, I hear.
Damn, Trizzy ratting. They said Trizzy was the confidential informant for Jeffrey Epstein. They said he the one that basically whistleblowed and turned him in and gave the feds and everybody information and everything. I don't know how true that is, you know what I'm saying? But the way he's speaking right now and calling out names and everything, Trizzy might have went on and ratted on him.
All these guys were friends of his. You don't even talk about those people. You just keep going on the Epstein files. And what the Epstein is a Democrat hoax to try and get me not to be able to talk about the $21 trillion that I talked about today. It's a hoax.
No video of President Trump sucking a ding-dong. And so what if there was? That's a lot better than World War III, Owen. I never sucked any ding-dongs. But I'll tell you, if they were going to blackmail me to start World War III about one, I'd say, hey, I sucked a golf ball through a freaking garden hose.
In 1900, the world was 30% white. Fast forward 125 years, we are down to 7%. The Islamification of Europe is particularly aimed at the destruction of white people. The Islamification of America is aiming to meet the same goal. Our people, white Christian, European, Western civilization, we built the arts. We built the Colosseum. We have ran the world into the industrial age. And now, this people here, the Muslim community, is looking to drag us back. They're looking to oppress women, oppress homosexuals.
Oh man, dog probably racist. I already get the first energy I just got from him just speaking is, oh, this motherfucker racist. He don't like nobody. He don't like nobody but his own kind and everything. Let's let him talk, though. Let me go ahead and let him finish and everything. Because white people still running shit. I don't know if you didn't get the memo or not, but y'all still running things, man.
Looking to destroy everything that makes America great. President Trump, send ICE into Dearborn. These people have overstayed their visas. They're H-1B chain migration invaders, and they have come to this country to destroy our way of life. We know exactly your laws in your book about lying to our faces, pretending to be Americans, wearing your suits. But that doesn't happen anywhere else where you guys are in charge. There are 53 Muslim majority countries, and in all of them, it is tyranny, destruction, it is shithole living. We have to call it what it is. You guys don't live like we do. We don't want you in our country. We will come and eat your shawarma in Somalia, okay? We don't need it here in Michigan. We don't need it in any part of America. We have a right to self-determination. Our founding fathers fought and died for our posterity, for white Americans. Amen. And we're being driven out. You come here and you marry 4 or 5 women and you outbreed us. You change the laws. You make all of our country look like the places that you fled from. We don't want you here. Respectfully, get the fuck out of my country. I don't want you here. 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 This is our country.
How ironic how this shit is, you know what I'm saying? Y'all came and y'all took the country from somebody else in the beginning and made it seem like y'all found everything and did all that. And now these, you know, the other people is migrating over here from other places and starting to get these big positions and getting some power over here and everything. He feeling like shit, they taking it from us and everything, when all this shit being stolen from everybody stealing. Everybody taking from somebody, man. Shit crazy.
And the people, the veterans, the World War II veterans, that's blood has soaked for our constitutional republic, are taking a look around Europe. They're taking a look around America, and they're saying, what the hell did we fight for? We have been taken over without a single shot fired. You guys are outbreeding insidious parasites on the American way of life. You will never look like us. You will never eat like us. You won't build buildings like us. You are nothing. You can build nothing. Just like President Trump's great American friends have said. You guys are not us, and get the fuck out. America first. America only. God bless America. Jesus is king. 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 Jesus is king.
Christ is king!
Hands on me. There's no reason to put your hands on me. Jesus is king. Christ is king. Christ is king. America first.
That was wild right there.
These guys out, man. These guys out.
That was wild.
Imagine if the sun set and it didn't rise again for 64 days. That's the reality in Utqiagvik, I hope I said that right, Alaska, where the sun is setting tonight at 5:36 p.m. Eastern Time. It doesn't rise again until January 22nd at 5:23 Eastern Time. Population is just over 4,600. Embarking on 64 days of total darkness because of the Earth's tilt. In wintertime, northern hemisphere is tilted away from the sun at a 23-degree tilt, and that keeps the sun below their horizon for 64 full days. In the summertime, they get the flip side, 24 hours of pure daylight. The question is, could you do it?
The sun just said goodbye to an entire city. Utqiagvik, Alaska, the northernmost city in the U.S., enters polar night today. That means no sunrise until January 23rd. Because of the Earth's tilt, the Arctic goes dark for about 65 days straight. But
See, I don't be understanding all this shit. So the Earth tilt, and the sun is not able to be visible for 60-some days out there until it tilt back or something, I guess. And then it's visible again. But like, I'm so confused because, like, oh my God, like I just don't understand this shit, man.
come spring and summer, the opposite happens. Utqiagvik gets 84 days of non-stop daylight, known as the midnight sun. After just
So in the summertime, they get 84 straight days of sun, no nighttime, all sun, 84 straight days. So do that mean do the Earth tilt the other way or something? And make it so the sun can't disappear or something? Like, I don't understand this shit. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. And we all supposedly is one sun, right? We all working off the same sun, allegedly, right? Y'all put it in the chat, man. Leave a comment. Help me out with this, man. Explain it a little bit easier for me if y'all can, please.
an hour of light today, the sun sets at 1:27 p.m. Now, the long night begins at the top of the world.
I did that out here in Vegas the other day. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, I think. Or 2 days ago. I don't know how this shit was crazy. And Phoenix. I ain't never seen no snow over in Arizona. Never.
Hold on. Snow in Phoenix, Arizona. Y'all see it yourselves. Is this record or like, come on, man. This is Phoenix, Arizona. Snowing around, y'all.
That's crazy.
So I guess global warming is some bullshit.
Right. Even Billy Gates. Even B. Gates just came out and said global warming was bullshit. So we know that's bullshit.
Yes. That is truly snow on the ground. Look, these people are not even used to that. Look how he's walking. Yeah, no, they're not used to that. Oh, man. Snow on the ground? That's gotta be a first, bro. Yes. TikTok, everybody watching this too, snow on the ground.
It won't be there long, though.
Phoenix, Arizona, a place that's mostly desert that gets up to 125 degrees. Look like this? Y'all, this is from a hailstorm. But it looked like snow, right? Look at it. That's how much hail came down from the sky. You had these cars and trucks on the highway sliding like they was doing a drift. Now, people that was in Arizona was like, it's maybe because all the little weird shit they was seeing in the sky. Like something was going across the sky. If y'all know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to understand, how do you go from 98 to 100 degrees to fucking ice falling out the sky.
That's just crazy.
Make it make sense.
Right. It ain't even been that cold for it to be like, for this to happen. I don't understand that. Like I don't understand. Shit crazy.
Might as well say it's a snowstorm.
Fucking snowstorm in the middle of Arizona, right?
That's how much ice was falling. It looked like snow, fool. This shit crazy. This is not regular, and this is not normal, y'all.
Experiment to see if there was any truth to what's called Microplasma Laboratorium, I guess, but it's better known as Morgellons. I went and got a microscope, the most powerful microscope commercially available to buy, and I got...
Hey, this crazy because this Morgellons thing, whatever, my cousin John Bo, a long time ago when we was little kids, we probably was like 9, 10, maybe a little older, a little younger or something, I don't know. But we did what he finna talking about, the experiment about this shit a long time ago. And I never really understood what he was doing. But back in the day, he was like, man, it's like parasites in our mouth. And we gargled like some motherfucking, I think it was some type of juice. I think cranberry juice or something. And we spit it into the toilet. I mean, not the toilet, but the sink, like the bathroom sink. And you just look at it and you can see like some of the stuff was moving, you know? And back then I was thinking like, man, that ain't nothing but just, you know, little cranberry residue or something and everything. But he was like, no, man, that's something living right there. Like he was tripping and everything, but I never understood it, you know, and I, you know, didn't really pay no attention about it and everything. But he was down there on some conspiracy shit way back then. And then I seen this video. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. That's what he was talking about way back in the day.
Raw cranberry juice. You have to get raw cranberry juice, not ocean spray or nothing that's, you know, processed. And you gargle it in your mouth for about 2 to 5 minutes. And basically what this does is it pulls the synthetic fibers, synthetic microfibers of the nanotech out of your, I don't know if it pulls it through your skin membrane or if it just pulls it from your saliva glands. So I looked at the cranberry juice by itself to make sure there wasn't nothing in it so I could know what was already in it. You know, you can see like pieces of the cranberry skin or whatever. And so then I went and gargled it for about 2 to 5 minutes. And I spit it out and looked at it under a microscope. And clearly I'm not a doctor or a scientist, but there's something in there. And if you have rubbing alcohol, you can pour it on it and the motherfucking shit starts twitching. Crazy. That's not even the strangest part. The strangest part to me is that the medical community doesn't even classify this as a real substance. They say that it's delusional. They call it parasitosis or something. Delusional parasitosis or some shit. Some people even push these fibers out of their skin. Like their skin, some people's skin actually reject these fibers. So there's a lot of theories about what this could be. It's connected to smart dust, which is synthetic nanobots found, and also synthetic parasites that are found. And basically the theory is that these are put into our environment, into our food and water sources, so that they kind of act as sort of a conduit for all of the frequencies that are transmitted in the air from these ELF towers and these Gwen towers. Every 1/4 of a mile you see these towers popping up, which are cell phone towers. And if you actually look at the specifications of these towers, they're way more powerful than what a cell phone tower should be.
That's crazy. I just seen that tower, just another one of those crazy towers right up the street. They try to disguise it, make it look like it's something. It ain't even like they put like little leaves on it or something and everything. You look at it like, man, that ain't no motherfucking real tree or nothing. And they disguising it. And I used to think like, I thought it was like Wi-Fi type towers to make, you know, networks a little stronger and everything. I never knew, but I believe that's probably something that they got going on. They using those frequencies and everything to kind of control, or, you know what I'm saying, communicate through all of us with this shit that they got on the inside of us, man. That's crazy. And that's probably why they silenced BLB. See, BLB was talking about shit like that and everything. You ain't heard no more music from BLB, not on the mainstream. You probably gotta go dig and find something on like SoundCloud or some shit and everything, but you ain't gonna hear him on the radio. You ain't gonna see nothing. All his shit be suppressed. For real. Let's keep it going, man. Hit that like button, y'all. Keep that algorithm jumping, man. Appreciate everybody who tapping in.
Trump's the best thing to happen to niggas since Run DMC.
Oh.
Yeah, since Run DMC.
He was around back then too. He was around back then.
Man, think about this. Do y'all remember when the pandemic first hit?
Yes.
Folks started losing their jobs.
Yes.
We was in the house. We didn't know what was about to happen. We thought this was the end of the world kind of shit. Then all of a sudden, motherfuckers start showing up on social media, say, hey, they giving out loan money, PPP loan money. And then they say, man, they got some thing called an SBA loan. And then they start saying, man, they giving out $10,000 in unemployment benefits. Then they start saying, man, I got $20,000 in food stamps. Everybody was flourishing. President Trump came with something that was called opportunity zones. And under President Trump, more black people started a new business than any time ever in the history of this country under that president. He made it accessible, not just for people with business, but he also made it accessible for crooks to get money. The scamming niggas was getting money like a motherfucker, boy.
That's because he gave breaks. He gave tax breaks and everything to everybody who started a business startups, everybody and everything. And he ain't lying, you know what I'm saying? And then a lot of people just took advantage of it. Started them business, got them the LLC and got rolling, man. Got some of those benefits.
He made, because what he knew, the working people was gonna sit and save and pay bills with their money. He needed the streets to generate the economy. Niggas buying gold chain. Remember how many niggas were going to Johnny Dang getting chains? You don't see that no more?
Boy.
You don't see that no more? It was stimulating and generating the economy. Yeah, they stealing money on the front end. We get the money back on the back end and insurance, and we getting our economy going, baby.
Yeah.
So, man, shout out to President Trump, man. We hope you come back, buddy. We waiting on your decision. That's all I can say.
Trizzy, man.
A scientist who tried to create paradise and witnessed its collapse. In 1968, American ethologist John Calhoun conducted Universe 25, creating perfect conditions for mice: food, water, comfort, safety, and no threats. The population grew fast. Then came decay. Young males suffered aggression, lost interest in defense and mating. Females killed their young and hid away. Beautiful mice appeared. They didn't breed, didn't fight, only cared for themselves. Births fell, deaths rose, and by day 1780, the last mouse died.
Damn.
The experiment proved that in abundance and comfort, society loses its will to live. Paradise became the end. Now look at people. Many young men spend most of their time on games and social media, while women face challenges in starting families. Meanwhile, those focused on self-expression often dedicate most of their energy to themselves and their personal image.
Right.
Isn't that concerning?
That's crazy. Right now, to this day, we might be in the real life Universe 25 experiment. It might be going on right now with us as people, because that sounds like exactly what the fuck is going on. Like, well, I know we want a beautiful paradise place where everything is cool, no crime, everybody's straight and everything, but it won't work that way. It's crazy because it make you think, like, I guess some of this destruction and violence is, needed sometimes. I don't know. Like, is that's what the experiment's saying? That's crazy though. Cause you look at it right now, man, the shit changing. Like, ain't nobody, like, the world's so crazy. Don't nobody want to bring no kids into this world. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. it didn't change. The men are becoming more and more feminine. Like, they don't want to do shit. Some men just want to chill. Like you said, play the games. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't trying to go fuck on nothing or do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Mess with no chick. They just sit, play games with their homies all day, and that's it. And then the woman, they looking for validation, just and doing it all for themselves and everything. Like, it ain't no family structure, none of that shit no more. Like, I'm sure like birth rate is down right now. I'm sure it gotta be down. It's crazy.
So y'all ever heard about this crazy story called Universe 25? Actually, it's not a story at all. It's a real life experiment conducted by this dude named John B. Calhoun. And the idea behind it was that he created a utopia for mice to see how they would behave under perfect conditions. Let me break it down. At the start, he placed 4 breeding pairs of mice within this controlled environment. Unlimited food, unlimited nesting, unlimited water, no threats, climate controlled, a perfect utopia. Once the mice realized that they were safe, they started to do what mice do. They started to populate. Every 55 days, their population doubled. They built nests, they raised babies, they groomed each other. This is what Calhoun called the strive phase. This was phase 1, the explosion. Phase 2, the breakdown begins. Eventually, the space gets tight. It's not enough room, right? They're running out of room, and their food is no longer unlimited. As a result, the males became overly aggressive. They started attacking each other.
Damn.
While some of the males went into hiding.
Don't this sound like some of the shit that's going on right now in real life, present day time?
They hid all day. The mothers forgot how to raise their kids. And some babies were even abandoned. Or worse, the mothers start to feed on the babies. We're witnessing a collapse at this point. This is what Calhoun called the transition phase. Now let me know if y'all hear something that sounds familiar.
Right.
Phase 3, this is where we start to see the emergence of what Calhoun called the beautiful ones. This is a group of young males who decided to opt out of mouse society altogether. They didn't fight, they didn't mate, they didn't explore. All they did was groom themselves all day long. They just existed. They had perfect fur with zero purpose. Let me know what some stuff started to sound familiar now.
That's crazy.
Phase 4. This is where we see the total collapse. The population starts to peak at around 2,200 mice. And this is where we see the population begin to go downhill. Not because of food, not because of disease, not because of predators, but because the mice stopped behaving like mice. They weren't courting each other. The male and the female mice weren't messing around. They weren't nesting. They weren't habitating together. No homes. The homes were starting to decline. No parenting. They left the kids to do whatever they wanted to do. No drive. They would sit around all day and groom each other. Aggressive males. And females starting to exhibit masculine behavior because the males have checked out.
Wow.
No survival instinct. Even though the environment was perfect, eventually the entire society completely collapses.
Damn.
Every last mouse. This experiment was repeated 25 times, and every single time the result was the same. This is a very interesting experiment because comforts in society caused the society to collapse. People lost their purpose, people lost their roles, and eventually the society started to collapse every single time. And there are a lot of parallels you can draw between these mice and what we are experiencing in society
right now. Right. That's crazy. And it's making me think about, you know, when Elon was saying like it might become a time where it's universal income for everybody, and everybody go get this universal income. And I'm thinking about it like, damn, like would that be a good thing? Like it's gonna be pros to it, it's gonna be cons to it. Cause it's like, I don't know, man. Wow.
You know, I used to think all the time, and let me just say, like, you don't think the government is aware of this? You don't think the World Health Organization, the entire scientific community and government is aware of this? I used to ask questions all the time, like, if cigarettes kill so many people, why is it still sold in stores?
Right.
Why is this bad food going on? Like, what's going on here? Why does it seem like it's just certain things just stop making sense for me? Like,
it's because they already know. Like you just said, our government, everybody did. At least they know. They know about this experiment. They know this shit probably is happening in real life right now and everything. But like you said, that's why they keeping cigarettes and other stuff like foods and harmful shit that's out there and everything. Is for control, to keep it under control. We need some people to smoke these cigarettes. We need some of these people to catch some of these diseases. We need some of these people to pass away and everything, so we can keep this shit smooth. Or if not, it'll get overloaded. You know what I'm saying? They know. Shit crazy if you think about it though, y'all.
why is this happening? Why is that happening? It's almost like they trying to control the population. It's almost like they trying to unalive us off. Now check this out. You know, when I observe human population, we are at varying levels in this story. The population is crazy, right? Resources are not unlimited. I am seeing the grooming man. I am seeing the aggressive woman. Aggressive man and woman. I am seeing kids being left to raise themselves. And we are seeing population decreases. What's interesting about this whole thing is, like, in places like Japan and Eastern Europe, we see an outright population declines. And here in the United States, the only thing really keeping us afloat is the immigrant population. As much as they trying to kick all the immigrants out of the United States, that's the only thing that's keeping us afloat. If not for that, we are not reproducing as fast as we are dying off.
So not.
This will eventually lead to
it's
population decline.
It's all by design.
And when you look at the tension among
Allegedly.
women and men, look at the inflated prices of everything. It's just not attractive to raise a family in this climate. Women about themselves and self-care and self-awareness, and they're not just bringing babies into this world. It's so bad the government is trying to incentivize people to have babies. Men the same way. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Peace.
Elephants, the biggest Mandela effect of 2025. Let me know. When did elephants have these? Did we jump timelines? Did elephants jump timelines? When did this happen? Not out the Troublemaker Travels for saying this, because I had no idea. Am I in an alternate universe? When did elephants have breasts? I'd never seen this before. Never dawned to me that they would look like this. I mean, it's okay, but I've never seen this in no Discovery Channel, in no animal book, in no internet search. I have never, and I mean never, seen this before in my life. When did this happen? Why is it like this? Apparently, female elephants, this is how they feed their young, and this is what it looks like. Does that look weird to you? Did you know that? Have you ever seen this? Obviously.
Man, I ain't never seen no shit like this. They ain't even like say this in books. You know how they had elephants in books and taught us about elephants in school, and we done read little books when you was a kid and childhood books and the elephant. I ain't never seen no elephant with no breast. I ain't even know that shit. I guess it must exist. You know what I'm saying? I guess they gotta breed somehow, some way. So it gotta be a female and a dude, I guess. But me personally, I ain't never, or I guess I ain't pay attention, but I ain't never seen no breasts on no elephant. This shit crazy.
It's not weird for elephants. Is it weird for me? Is it weird for you? Is this strange? I don't know. Am I tripping right now? Because I have never seen these on an elephant. I mean, never. I've seen elephants all my life. I've looked up elephants. We learned about elephants. They are mystical creatures, but I did not know they had those. What are those? When did this happen? Am I the only one? Let me know on this one. I know it wasn't 5, but let me know on this one.
Man, that's crazy. Y'all let me know. Get in the chat, get in the comments, man. Have y'all knew this? Like, I done been to a lot of zoos when I was young and everything, and I done seen elephants. I ain't never seen no titties on no elephant, y'all. Never. Maybe they only have male elephants in the zoos or something, but I don't know, man. Let me know. Y'all let me know. Hit that like button. Keep the algorithm jumping, man. Salute to everybody tapping in.
Family, welcome back. Welcome back. So 7 months ago, guys, is when I did a video showing Beyonce's ex-drummer Kimberly Thompson. 7 months ago today. And I showed a clip of her talking about the whole situation because if you guys are unaware, Beyonce's drummer of 5 years named Kimberly Thompson filed a restraining order on Beyonce for extreme witchcraft. Yeah, I know. Impossible. How could this be? What do you mean? Yeah, I know. For those who have been under a rock. So I showed a clip of Kimberly Thompson talking about Beyonce. And on that video, for those who have seen it, I don't know if you guys remember, I said, if you know where the whole video is, show me. Or put a link in the comments. Or tell me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got more footage. We got more talking of Kimberly Thompson. A couple more minutes of her talking. I'm sure it's more of the interview out there, but we got more footage than what we had prior. So of course, I had to come on here and show you guys what we have. Check out some of these clips.
The fact that people keep saying I'm crazy, hell, the situations I had to deal with and survive are crazy.
Kimberly Thompson says she is tormented from being put under manic sexual spells by Beyonce.
We're talking about other situations where changing into animals and jumping into other bodies and all kinds of really crazy stuff.
You hear the part when she said changing into animals? Before we go to the next clip, I just want to say this real quick, and then we're going to play all of the clips. I told you guys before that I had a friend who dealt with a witch, right? And this witch got my friend a cat, okay? And then slowly but surely, he started realizing that the cat was strange, okay? And that she was seeing through the cat. I know. I know. There was some kind of spell or some kind of something put on the cat where she was looking through the cat. I know. Too much. Let's go and play the clips.
I would be remiss, you were a little bit in the news recently. I don't know if you saw, but could you just explain to me what prompted that and why you believe this sort of negative energy was coming from Beyonce, and just talk about that a little bit so we can understand that.
Well, I definitely did that to definitely be so clear to cut the cord that I don't want to have anything to do with this person at all. I don't want to work with them. I'm even embarrassed that I have worked with them because it's literally shattered everything that I tried to build after doing that work in my life. So if I have always said when I was a kid, I never would want to regret anything, but this I regret. I regret that we ever worked together because it's turned my life completely upside down.
Damn.
She's not been able to let me go. She's not been able to let me progress into a mature woman. And
Nazis went.
Damn. Man. What y'all think about that, man? I know it's witches out there. I believe it's definitely witches out there that have these powers and everything that can do some of these things and cast these spells and everything and practice this type of stuff. I'm sure there's some out there uh, I'm sure like New Orleans is big on that. Like big on them, all that type of stuff and everything, voodoo and shit like that. But I'm sure it's happening everywhere. What y'all think about that? I think I'm just spiritually or protected. I think I'm protected. I'm very protected because I don't think I ever came across the witch, and I don't want to. But I don't know. Maybe I have. I don't know. Maybe I got manipulated or something. But I don't like that. That's kind of scary. You know what I'm saying? Because you can get manipulated, and you never know. You might be dealing with a witch, and they didn't put a spell on you and got you thinking a certain way, and you think this is normal, and it's not. And that shit crazy right there. And everybody keep on saying that about Beyonce. Everybody say Beyonce a witch and everything. Allegedly, entertainment purposes only. I'm not saying you a witch, B, but that's what everybody been saying, B. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. How many times have we heard that the CIA control Hollywood, y'all? I heard that plenty of times. Like they got their hand in it. And it's crazy because, CIA, like if you look at the like correlation with it and everything, politics and everything, like think about it, like Barack, even Obama, he got his hand in some movies. I think Obama them, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know. I think they executive produced Leave the World Behind. And if you look at that movie, it's like a lot of shit that's going on, and like I don't know. I believe that, y'all. I believe. I'm gonna say for entertainment purposes only, but I definitely believe that's what the fuck they be doing. Cause a lot of this stuff we can't. We be like, why? Like we can't even answer it or explain it or speak on it. How some of these people go crazy and do some of these things and everything. You be like, how? Why would he do that? That was stupid as hell. But MK Ultra, they do some shit, how you do something, and like he said, switch it back and everything. Like, I believe it. I definitely.
$1 billion company.
I'd like to people.
See, that's why they shut BLB down. BLB was exposing too much info, man. They like, you talking too much, man. You ain't hitting the Billboard charts no more. Your video ain't getting displayed. We ain't putting you on no radio. You ain't making no playlists or nothing. Just think about it, man. BLB had a couple hits out here for a second, and then all of a sudden, this shit just didn't hear nothing else from them. Like I said, you probably can go find something on one of these little sites or some underground shit, but he ain't getting no type of push out here in the public no more. No major push at all.
People to have their Wi-Fi off at night when they're sleeping, especially. Wi-Fi is part of the electromagnetic spectrum. When we talk about electromagnetic spectrum, we're referring to the light, essentially the light and the magnetism environment of our bodies. Whoops. And so Wi-Fi and all of the non-native EMFs are also part of the light spectrum. They're just non-visible, so you can't see them, but our cells can still detect them. And actually, this goes way back to Robert O. Becker's work. He wrote The Body Electric and the book Cross Currents, but he basically blew the whistle by going on 60 Minutes back in the day and saying that, like, he was actively doing research showing that even just radio waves were causing tumors in rodents, and there was a major health implication here from a human health standpoint. And the next day, basically, he lost all of his funding and lost his livelihood, his lab, and was completely shunned from the scientific community. As he showed that non-native EMFs, even in the radio frequency range, and now we're becoming even more higher frequency in the 5G and the 4G and the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, they're all much higher frequency than the radio frequencies for like AM, FM radio. And so these frequencies have effects on our biology, and we're kind of in denial about it societally because, it would be very inconvenient to have to face that. But at the same time, I really do believe in our creativity as a species. I think if we were just to be honest about it, we could pivot and we could make adjustments to actually make this technology so that we can use it, but it's also not going to give us the same amount of harm that it currently is. And like I mentioned earlier, the non-native EMFs like Wi-Fi and the rest of them can impair mitochondrial function. There's studies showing that these frequencies can reduce the mitochondrial membrane potential, which is essentially a sign of how well mitochondria are working to make energy and metabolic water. And of course, like in rodents, they create tumors and issues like that. So it's, I think, a major thing we need to focus on.
I understand what she's saying. It probably is good for us, our frequencies and our health wise, you know, internally and all that type of stuff and everything. But ain't nobody finna turn their Wi-Fi off every night. Ain't nobody gonna do that shit. The percentage of people doing that shit right now in the world probably less than half, less than a negative percentage. Ain't nobody doing it. Turn the Wi-Fi off and everything. Security cameras ain't working. Everything, nothing work. Like, ain't nobody doing that. Not in these days and times. Like she said, now if they came up with a way to make it fit and work for everybody, then yeah. But I'm definitely ain't turning my Wi-Fi off every night. That shit. Now that's an inconvenience. Every night trying to turn the Wi-Fi off and shit. Even though I know it probably is good for us. You feel me?
Brady needs to be investigated, and let me tell you why. Tom Brady has revealed that 23 years ago in North Carolina, he cloned his DNA. I mean, look at this. And for those who don't know, this is Drake May, 23-year-old, born in North Carolina, plays for...
So now Tom Brady came out and said he cloned his DNA after he came out and he got that dog, the same dog. He cloned his dog. Now he done came out and said he cloned himself basically and everything. Like, this shit crazy.
the Patriots, and Tom Brady's 6'4". Drake May is 6'4". It makes you think, huh? I mean, guys, did he do it? Did they have to recreate the GOAT?
Oh my god, where's Daddy? Oh my god, I got goosebumps.
Papa, come here, hurry.
Tell Jody and them.
What is that?
Like, what is that? I don't think it's drones. Like, what the fuck is that, y'all? It's them orbs? Like, it's them UFOs? Like, what is that?
Hurry! Hurry! What is that? Bro, that's scary.
And the way they flying, like they flying recklessly. They ain't even like uniformed and like they are close, and that was weird right there.
That's what the heck? Ew.
That's that Walmart zip line.
A zip line? Hold on.
Wow.
Bye. Oh, thank you.
Have any of y'all out there tried that Walmart, that delivery, that drone zip line delivery? I know somebody done tried it.
Bro, nobody but my little sister ordering this shit. Y'all see this? Hold on. Like, what the hell is going on?
This shit crazy.
Every time I come over here, she does this. What? Every time I come over here, you do this. You order stuff from the drone. Yeah. To bring to the house. What you get? Some bullshit. Yeah. Like, don't piss me off. At least it was free, boo.
Like in the long term, where will things end up? Long term, I don't know what long term is. Maybe it's 10, 20 years, something like that. For me, that's long term. My prediction is that work will be optional. 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 So.
We'll take that.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be like playing sports or a video game or something like that. If you want to work, in the same way, like you can go to the store and just buy some vegetables, or you could grow vegetables in your backyard. It's much harder to grow vegetables in your backyard, but some people still do it because they like growing vegetables. That will be what work is like, optional. And between now and then, there's actually a lot of work to get to that point. And I always recommend people read Ian Banks' culture books to get a sense for what a probable positive AI future is like.
And interestingly, in those books, money is no longer, doesn't exist.
Wow.
It's kind of interesting. And my guess is, if you go out long enough, assuming there's a continued improvement in AI and robotics, which seems likely, the money will stop being relevant at some point in the future. Now, there will still be.
So if money stop being relevant in the future, do that mean we gonna go back to the old days to where everything is free, fruit free, water free, shit is free and everything, and everybody's just out here? But we just seen that thing about that experiment, Operation 25 or whatever, about when everything is just a paradise and everything is given to us and it's supposed to be smooth and everything. You see how shit turn out. That shit kind of crazy. Y'all heard it from my man. Y'all heard it from the dude, the technology guru, human robot himself. Elon said in the future, he think work gonna be optional. We gonna see, man. That's crazy, man. But salute to everybody who tapped in, man. Appreciate all y'all. Take it day by day. You know what I'm saying? Protect your peace watching these videos. Keep that good energy around. Keep that love around. Keep vibrating these high frequencies. In the end, we will win somehow, some way. Salute to my content management moderators, everybody. Appreciate the super chats, all the love, the likes, everything, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. It's your boy Thao, FamOverTV. Peace and love, health and wealth to everybody. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.
Fam over.